So today's topic will be among women's history. I have a whole playlist, so definitely go check it out. But let's go ahead and get into this. As I've already pointed out, you can go ahead and check out the playlist, Women's History. Best do it after this video. You will find videos in there from female gladiators in Rome to 28,000-year-old pleasure toy, to Cleopatra and the Netflix issue and Bloody Mary. Now, not all of these videos are from the Enigmatic Universe channel here. I already started uploading videos and making videos over on my main channel, Clifton3D, so go ahead and check those out, and I hope you have fun with them. And today we're going to be talking about this person, Mavia. There she is. Mavia, a powerful warrior queen who struck fear in the hearts of ancient male rulers. A woman whose life isn't confirmed by any archaeological evidence is recognized as one of the most famous ancient Arab queens. Next to Zenobia of Palmyra, Queen Mavia is one of the heroines from the sands of the deserts. Her story has only survived in song and oral traditions, but with this information, researchers have been able to reconstruct a probable version of her biography. The deserts that belonged to the Arab tribes were ruled by many unknown leaders. Stories about these forgotten kings and queens have been lost amongst the grains of sand. Many of their people were illiterate, so their tales couldn't be recorded. However, some of their memories have survived through folk songs and oral legends that were later written down. One such story is the legend of Queen Mavia, who was more powerful than many men and inspiring personality for ancient Arabic women. Right, the Queen of Deserts and Oases. Her Arabic name was Mavia. I don't know how to pronounce these names. Deal with it. But she's known in the English language as Mavia. She was probably a daughter of Tunaq-Hidis, a man who lost the support of his Arab tribes and migrated to the northern parts of the Arabian Peninsula. His daughter Mavia married al-Hawari, who was the king of the Tanuk tribe. He ruled in 375 AD. Mavira became his co-regent, as her tribe demanded a revolt against the Roman Empire. When al-Hawari died, the Roman Emperor Valens believed that it would be a simple task to conquer and Christianize the people of Mavia's tribe. However, Mavia, who inhabited Aleppo at the time, decided to withdraw from the city to the desert, greatly increasing her chances to defeat the enemy. Some researchers suggest that she could have been a Christian by then, but there is no clear evidence to this. This supposition may be rooted in another legend, a tale of a meeting between Queen Mavia and an Orthodox monk, who spent some time with her and apparently converted her to Christianity. Roman writers doubt this story, however, suggesting that the legend of her conversion may have been created later. This means that Mavia was probably a pagan queen. Mavia's life mostly took place in the desert sands, on horseback, and in the battlefields. Apart from fights with the Roman Empire, she is also famous due to her rides in Phoenicia and Palestine. Sorry, again, names. Her cavalry had terrifying power on the battlefield. It is said that Mavia rode a horse very well and was a remarkable fighter. Without any mercy, she defeated countless enemies who disrespected her for her gender. Many male rulers didn't respect her and hoped to conquer her lands easily in the beginning of her reign, but with time she became a force to be reckoned with in the Mediterranean area. How much of this is accurate or how much of this is agenda-driven from researchers, I can't tell you. But it seems like this queen is definitely one of the strong ones. This is a nice-looking map. That won't show up. That's cool. Was she a real person? The task of finding primary historical references about Mavia isn't easy. Many of them are mixed with the stories of other rulers, including the legendary achievement of Zenobia. Thus, there are different theories about Mavia, according to Archaeology magazine. Divirus, notes that the nomadic nature of the Saracens would leave little archaeological evidence. Thus, for Mavia's material world, you may have to think tents, not palaces, he says. In general, a material evidence for local Arab culture in this period is ephemeral and textually. They do not tend to write them about themselves. The revolt didn't last very long and certainly didn't leave any archaeological traces that I'm aware of. One could be hard put to date them unless they had a name on them. As Bowerstock, Islamic scholar Ifan Shahid believes that an inscription from AD 425 found near Athra, Syria, references Mavia's contributions to local Christianity. The text praises a woman named Mavia and states that she built a martyrdom or building in honor of a saint for Saint Thomas. Shahid holds that both the timing and the laudatory tone in the inscription fit with the warrior queen. Bowerstock counters with the assertion that the name Mavia is not all that uncommon. We do have people called Mavira in inscriptions of this time, but there's not the slightest reason to think that it's this Mavia. Adds De Veers Ephraim Shahid, my friend, does sketch the evidence because he so desperately wants Mavia to be a great Arab Christian queen. He speculates a lot, and sometimes those speculations become facts when he returns to them later. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Researchers have analyzed hundreds of texts that could be about her, but there is no known precise artifacts that are connected to this mysterious queen. It is, however, believed that she died in Anasaretha, east of Aleppo. Most researchers agree that her death took place in 425 AD, about a century after the death of Zenobia, another great female ruler who became a legend. We should look into her sometime. Searching for a semi-nomadic queen, most researchers that agree that Queen Mavia was a real person. She is believed to have been a strong ruler of the Arab world, who was one of the most influential women in the ancient history of these lands. Yet some of the stories about her sound like tales about Zenobia, and were probably mixed up over the years, but both women are still recognized as powerful icons of the Arab world and in the history of the Middle East. Alright, so this story really does sound interesting. I think there could be something behind it. I don't know. I'm not a researcher in that field. I've never gone to those places to find out anything about this, but it does sound interesting. It sounds like she was a very strong female woman. I wish this article would have gone into more depth into her fight against the Roman Empire. However, it seemed that it was only short-lived, and yeah, she had many battles. Since there doesn't seem to be that much text or knowledge about this queen, that is probably why there isn't more known about her. I would love to know more. I would love to know more about her. If you do too, let me know down in the comments below. What do you think? Do you know anything about this queen, or have you heard about the other queen, Zenobia? Let me know. Should we go and check her out next, or some other, maybe not next, but some other video? Let me know. Hey, if you like this video, smash that like button, consider subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications. All right, until next time, take care, travelers.